Hello, LightHearted Rainbow Tribe. Things have changed on Facebook since last I was on it, so I'm hoping that this is recording. So let us give ourselves that 1 minute of silence to simply be and allow this we are to have its way with us. So I wanted to share with you some thoughts today of my experience of this embraceable, holy mess of a sacred life. So it is given us, in demonstrating the sacred, to not only embrace the glory and the beauty and the wonder of our planet, to acknowledge the sacredness of life, but it's also to embrace the brokenness, the breakdown, the places where the dysfunction is running rampant. We seem to be seeing a lot of that in our world these days, and we're in an eclipse season. We had the partial lunar eclipse on August 7th, and we're headed towards the total solar eclipse on August 21st. And that gives us a real opportunity to look at what is being eclipsed and what is shining in us, in the human world, and on the planet. When we embrace the darkness and the shadow, and there is a differentiation there for me, because for me the darkness really represents this dark beauty of infinite potential, this that exists before the light, that gives rise to light, that says, "Let there be light." So in the depths of darkness, we find a richness of limitless potential. And very few of us go there in our own beings. And very few of us embrace the opportunity to be found in what isn't working, what's causing pain and suffering, what's broken, what's coming apart. We mostly want to fix it, change it, get to work on it, and it's an other, it's an away from us, it's a thing over there. And that separation is part of the dysfunction. It's part of what's broken in us, in our world. So embracing brings about an intimacy, a connectivity. When we allow whatever it is that's broken to enter into us, to be a part of us, to engage with it from our essence of being, from the presence we are, and know no separation, right away there's already a change, a difference that's occurring. And when we allow ourselves to drop all the way into the depths of the experience, of heartbreak, of pain, of sorrow, of all the different forms we have that are the wretchedness of our separation, we end separation in us. And then it's so much easier to embrace the glory because it shows up right in that place. The grace is here. The grace of being able to embrace everything that's here. Because our true nature is all-inclusive, non-judgmental, unconditioned love that is unconditionally loving. It has no difficulty with any of the formations of experience that we have. We have the difficulty. And when we recognize, oh, first of all, want this thing over here, whether it's inside us or external to us, to be different, to be other than it is, instead of embracing this holy mess of a sacred life and going, there's some gift, possibility, opportunity, gem, wisdom, essence, inside every experience. There's a truth that's revealing itself that even has no words to it, that can be found in the heart of us, embracing all of the experiences that we have. Good experiences, bad experiences, those are dualistic judgments. And they're based on survival, they're based on pleasure versus pain. If you really watch your mind work, watch your reactivity, and break it down, you'll see that it has to do with resistance, the desire for pleasure, and the avoidance of pain. This is what Buddha called grasping and aversion, the two main forms of suffering. So if we're to be free to truly be here and live in a sacred life, there's a deep requirement to live differently than most humans do. To embrace everything as ourself, as the only one that is here, as the sacredness of the being that is expressing itself in all forms. The forms of the stone people, the forms of the standing people, the forms of the elements like water and air, all of which go into making up human beings. We're all working together. There's only one life. One beautiful, horrible life. And we can eliminate a lot of the horror by coming into unity. We come into unity through embracing the holy mess of whatever it is that's here, and however it is we are, and we are experiencing what's here. So it sounds easy, but it's not. It's simple. Our best solutions are always the simplest. Be here, now, as is, as one is, as the world is, as our experience of the world is. And meet that, be with it. Allow something to happen rather than being busy trying to make something happen to something. That way lies futility. Even if you have modicums of success in changing things, you'll find that something else will pop up to take its place. So we want to be in alignment with the divine principle, with the creative life force of our being, with the dynamic presence that has a vulnerability, a courageous vulnerability to being in life, available, available. Available to the presence within, available to life as it is, to those that shake us to our core, to those that outrage us with their actions. And when we discover that underneath that, just like underneath ourselves, there's a boatload of pain that's being acted out unconsciously. That's all that's happening. And then we recognize that embracing this holy mess of a life, of a sacred life, involves embracing pain. Instead of being adverse to it and avoiding it and running from it, we stay with, we engage with, we meet, and we embrace. And we discover as we do this that this is what we've been longing for all along. And that it's available within us all the time. We don't have to go anywhere to get it. We don't have to do anything to get a degree that says it's okay for us to love. I got degrees for the best lovers in the world. I've got a PhD in it. Yay! I'm allowed to love. So discover today even one simple little thing that you find you can embrace as part of the holy mess of a sacred life. And see what happens. Experiment and play and discover what it is to simply be and to be as we are and to accept what's here, not at face value, but as a mysterious emanation that includes our perception and our interpretation of what we're perceiving, that in dualistic terms may not be the most accurate. And ask for a deeper truth. And make that more important than getting it right, understanding it all, being perfect, or any of the other many things that we do. It's the truth that sets us free. And it's unspeakable and ungraspable, even though I'm speaking and I'm pointing to something. I'm pointing to something that's right in the heart of you. It may not be in the surface of your heart. You may have to do a little digging. Be a miner for a heart of gold, as Neil Young sings. It's right there. It's right in the cave of your own heart. Everything needed. And the full capacity to embrace every experience. So I look forward to hearing from you and to our further adventures in embracing this holy mess of a sacred life. Many blessings.